Good afternoon. Welcome to our August 28th meeting. We'll begin with a call to order and roll call.
Councilwoman Guardado.
Here.
Councilwoman Hodge Washington. Councilwoman O'Brien.
Here.
Councilwoman Pastor.
Here.
Councilman Robinson.
Here.
Councilwoman Stark.
Here.
Councilman Waring. Vice Mayor Ansari.
Here.
Mayor Gallego.
Here. Please rise and join us and welcome Police Chaplain James Williams.
Could we bow our hearts in prayer, please? Most heavenly and gracious Father, we thank you today for another beautiful day in Phoenix, Arizona. I thank you for the opportunity to pray for the mayor and the council of our great city. Father, we lift up our mayor and council leaders to you today and ask you to draw the mayor and council close to you and to your wisdom and ways. Lord, we ask that you lead them in making wise decisions that align with your will and your plan. We ask that you fill our city leadership with wisdom, understanding, discernment, and knowledge. Lord, grant them favor and draw them to you, causing them to know and fulfill your purposes. Lord, I ask that you put a hedge of protection around all your city leaders, their families, keeping them healthy and safe. Additionally, I ask for a hedge of protection around all of our city employees, our fire and police and others, and their families, keeping them healthy and safe. And Lord, we thank you in advance for your leadership and support and give you all the praise and all the glory. Amen.
Thank you so much, Chaplain Williams. Please remain standing. Councilwoman Ann O'Brien will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mario Barajas and Carmen Cota are with us to provide interpretation. Mario, would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Mario Barajas, and together, as mentioned, with Carmen Cota, we'll be serving as today's Spanish interpreters. I'll now take a moment to introduce ourselves to our Spanish-speaking audience. Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a la reunión formal del Consejo Municipal. Mi nombre es Mario Barajas y junto con mi colega Carmen Cota estaremos sirviéndoles hoy como intérpretes a los de habla hispana. Deseamos pedirles de antemano, si es que van a dar un comentario público, por favor, hable despacio, con claridad y evite tener distracciones de fondo. Finalmente, pause después de cada una o dos oraciones para que podamos interpretarle lo que esté diciendo de la manera más completa posible. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Mario. Will the city clerk please read the 24-hour paragraph?
The titles of the following ordinance and resolution numbers on the agenda were available to the public at least 24 hours prior to this council meeting and therefore may be read by title or agenda item only. Ordinances number G7098 and 7142 through 7147, S50071 through 50084, and 50086 through 50117, and resolutions 22143 through 22147.
Will the city attorney please explain the role of public comments at council meetings?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Members of the public may speak for up to 2 minutes to comment on agenda items. Comments must be related to the agenda item and the action being considered by the council. General comments that go beyond the scope of the agenda item must be made in the citizen comment session at the end of the agenda. The city council and staff cannot discuss or comment on matters related to pending investigation, claims, or litigation. The city code requires speakers to present their comments in a respectful and courteous manner. Profane language, threats, or personal attacks on members of the public, council members, or staff are not allowed. A person who violates these rules will lose the opportunity to continue to speak.
Thank you. Welcome everyone to today's meeting, including Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, Tom Galvin. Thank you for partnering with us on many projects, including a very important housing item for today's agenda. Vice Mayor, do we have a motion on boards and commissions?
Motion to approve mayor and city council boards and commissions nominations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Passes unanimously. We will now swear in these very important city leaders. Please raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Thank you for your service to the city. We are so pleased to welcome you. And if you could thank you so much to our commissioners. We so appreciate your advice to the City of Phoenix and will be stronger for your service. The City of Phoenix provides an advisory role to the State of Arizona on liquor license applications. Vice Mayor, do we have a motion on liquor licenses?
Motion to approve items 2 through 33, except items 9 and 10.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Passes unanimously. Item 9 is the Aria Nail Bar on Central. It is in District 4, so I will turn to Councilwoman Pastor.
Yes, I have some questions about the Aria Nail Bar Center because I received 2 complaints from the Windsor neighborhood. So if I could have somebody answer my questions.
Councilwoman Pastor, we have Deputy City Clerk Leah Swanton is coming down to provide that staff report.
So my questions are, the complaints that I received, 2 from neighborhood leaders, was that the fact that Aria Nail Bar was serving alcohol. They weren't selling it, but they were serving it. And so my question is a nail bar allowed to serve alcohol without a liquor license?
Mayor and Council Member Pastor, no, they're not.
Okay, so they're not allowed to serve without a liquor license, even if it's like would you like yeah, even if it's free?
That is correct, not without a liquor license.
Okay, then my next question is, if that's the case, why is it being recommended for approval?
Mayor and Council Member Pastor, it's being recommended for approval to bring this establishment into compliance.
So if establishment is not in compliance, what we're trying to do is put them in compliance when they should have been in compliance from the very beginning.
That is correct.
So we're giving them an opportunity.
That is correct.
And so what would you tell neighbors in that?
Mayor and Council Member Pastor, we would tell the neighbors that by issuing this liquor license, it provides both the police department and also the Arizona Department Liquor License and Control to actually conduct inspections and enforcement and to ensure that they're in proper compliance.
Okay, so they're in the process of getting the liquor license currently. If someone goes in and says, I would like or is offered a glass of wine or a margarita, apparently there's a margarita machine there, then what happens with inspection?
Then both the City of Phoenix Police Department and the Department of Liquor License and Control could move forward with compliance and enforcement.
Okay, so if a neighbor calls today and says they are out of compliance, then enforcement will come in or an inspector will come in within how many hours? 24 hours, 48 hours, a week?
Mayor and Councilwoman Pastor, I would have to confirm with the Department of Liquor License and Control as far as what their time frame is on enforcement.
Okay. My understanding, and if you can correct me or if I'm wrong, is that technically we're not a approving body.
Mayor and Councilwoman Pastor, that is correct.
It just goes through, they just apply for a liquor license so that we're aware of who's applying for a liquor license and we're a pass-through.
Yes, the City of Phoenix is strictly a recommending body
A
to the
recommended
state.
body. Okay.
Correct.
So item 9, my motion is no recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Roll call.
Guardado,
Yes.
Hodge Washington,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Pastor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Waring, Ansari,
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 9-0.
Item 10 is Chica's Cabaret. This item is also in District 4. Councilwoman Pastor.
Yes, I believe Councilman Waring pulled it, but my motion is a no recommendation.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Christian Cruz is here, available to speak if necessary. Do we have any questions for Christian?
No, I don't have any.
Any comments? Roll call.
Guardado,
Yes.
Hodge Washington,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Pastor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Waring, Ansari,
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 8-1.
City Clerk, are we ready? Councilwoman Pastor?
Yeah, can I add some clarity, Denise or Leah, can you add some clarity of what a no recommendation means for those that are here?
Yes, Mayor and Councilwoman Pastor. A motion of no recommendation means that the city remains silent and that the Department Liquor License and Control can move forward with their own recommendation and move forward.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And important clarification. City Clerk, are we ready for ordinances, resolutions, new business planning, and zoning?
Yes, Mayor.
Vice Mayor, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve items 34 through 110, except the following: items 58, 63, 71, 72, and 78, noting that item 110 is being continued to September 20th, 2023, and excluding these items for virtual public comment. None. And can the clerk confirm if there are any other items that should be excluded for in-person public comment?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, no other items to exclude.
Thank you.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Wonderful. We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Guardado,
Yes.
Hodge Washington,
Yes.
O'Brien,
Yes.
Pastor, Robinson,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Waring. Ansari.
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 9-0.
Item 58 is Gila River Indian Community Gaming Grants. Vice Mayor, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve items 34 through 41.
Second.
Did we already do? 58. So I'm sorry. Could we, I think we did,
Oh, sorry. Motion to approve item 58.
Second.
we have a motion and a second on Gila River Indian Community Events Grants. The community has been a wonderful partner for Phoenix. In some cases, we pass through funding to nonprofits. In others, we are the direct recipient. There's close to $9 million in this particular vote, which covers everything from homelessness to supporting people who are neurodiverse, to our sister cities and reimagined processes at the city. It will help us with student council sustainability officers. It'll help mothers who have children with cancer. So really a lot of great stuff happening here. Comments from the council? Roll call.
Guardado.
Yes.
Hodge Washington.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Pastor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Stark.
Yes.
Waring. Ansari. Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 8-1.
Item 63 is an IGA with Maricopa County for ARPA affordable housing funding. I'll turn to Councilwoman Guardado for a motion and comments.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to take a moment to thank Rachel, Scott, and the entire team at the Office of Homeless Solutions, as well as Titus, Matthew, Samantha Keating, and everyone in our housing department. These two teams worked extremely hard to ensure we receive this $10 million award from our partners at the county. I'm very excited to say that half of this award, $5 million, will be going to assist in converting the former Super 8 Hotel in District 5 into an important housing project. This will create safe, affordable housing units at a critical time for our community. This $5 million investment in housing in District 5 will complement the incredible work we have been busy doing along 27th Avenue corridor, from the senior transitional housing at Project Haven to the incredible opportunities coming with the Innovation 27 Workforce Training and Education Collaborative, to new housing at our Helen Drake Senior Center and improvements at Homestead Park. The layering on of public investment is going to create huge monument for the entire area. Again, thanks to the leadership at our housing department and the Office of Homeless Solutions for bringing this opportunity forward. I will be supporting this item today, and this is another great victory for District 5 and our whole city. With that, I would like to make a motion to approve item 63 to accept $10 million in America Rescue Plan Act affordable housing funds and enter into intergovernmental agreement with Maricopa County.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We do have Diane Barker here to provide testimony.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. I'm in District 7. These are the kind of projects that I've been looking forward to, for you to be spending your money and what the county, I'd seen this and on the county agenda several months ago that this money was coming in for the homeless. I've looked at the background of what you're doing, and it looks like on the one project you'll be getting rid of property that needs to be rehabilitated and doubling the space. There's going to be a training center all there for jobs. And I submit to you is gardening is very important, urban gardening. And actually, even in the summer, in the right conditions with some shade, we're 12 months we can garden and produce food here. So I'd like to see, I haven't seen the curriculum, but I'd like to see that added there. And I would like to see more projects where we're going to help the homeless in affordable housing. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other council comments? Councilwoman Hodge Washington.
Thank you, Mayor. I echo my colleagues' sentiments on our gratitude to our housing department as well as our Office of Homeless Solutions. I'm excited to see another mixed income project come towards District 8, and it will be providing 109 new units of affordable and mixed income housing here in District 8 at the Edison and Eastland community. So I just want to say thank you, and I too will be supporting this initiative.
Thank you. Two exciting projects moving forward. Particularly speaking about the project in District 8, it's wonderful to see there's a public art component, a community outdoor space. We have units of up to 5 bedrooms. When we had the meetings about the Edison East Lake redevelopment, people really were excited about the potential for larger affordable housing units because we have families that need that size. And I agree with Councilwoman Hodge Washington, the mixed income component is very valuable as well, building diverse communities, and congratulations to Councilman Guardado on the D5 project. Roll call.
Guardado.
Yes.
Hodge Washington.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Pastor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Stark.
Yes.
Waring. Ansari.
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 9-0.
Items 71 and 72 are both related to our fire department, so we will hear them together. Do we have a motion?
I'd like to move 71 and 72.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We'll turn to Councilwoman Pastor for comments.
Yes, I would say 71 and 72 have been a passion of mine, I would say, from the day that I heard from Brian Beck's family. And it is, for me right now today, it's coming full circle and providing the services that our first responders, police, and fire will have and need, especially in the cancer and occupational space. It is nice to see that we have other entities, authorities joining us, and our health services, so fire and police can all be in one space. So I just want to thank the hard work that has come about since then, and the fact that many of the firefighters who weren't able to receive these services or aren't able to receive these services have made the ultimate sacrifice of getting cancer and passing, but their legacy continues as they are continuing in this work, or as I'm continuing in this work, to make sure those that meet this space and hit this space are able to catch it early and be able to survive. So I want to thank my colleagues in supporting this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other roll call?
Guardado.
Yes.
Hodge Washington.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Pastor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Stark.
Yes.
Waring. Ansari.
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 9-0.
Item 78 is the proposed October 2023 bus service improvements. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Councilwoman Ansari, Vice Mayor Ansari.
Thank you. I'm thrilled that we're starting our first session back from summer with expanded bus services for our public transit users. As we reach the end of our heat season, I think about the benefits of what a 15-minute wait time as opposed to a 30-minute wait time will mean for so many of our residents. Access to reliable, frequent transit is essential to our growing city and the economic and social well-being of our constituents, especially as we work towards building a more walkable, public transit-friendly city. I'm also very excited that we're finally expanding the Dash Circulator in downtown Phoenix, which is a request that I've been hearing from many constituents since starting in this position. It will give residents and visitors a more streamlined route to our amazing downtown businesses and events, and riders will now have better access to places like Hans Park, the Footprint Center, and Roosevelt Row. I also want to note that we were able to increase frequency because we now have many more bus drivers who have joined our city. I had the privilege of going about a month ago to say hello to some of the new bus drivers who were on day one of their training. This is with huge thanks to our public transit department, the strategic recruitment that they've been doing, and the pay raises that our council approved nearly a year ago. It shows that when we invest in our workers, we are able to provide top-notch services to our constituents. So very excited to support this, and thanks so much to everyone who was involved.
Thank you. A lot of good bus improvements here. One that is a little bit more complex for me is the Dash. When we were doing the Prop 104 process, we talked a lot about a downtown circulator, but at the time at least I feel I committed that it would not be the Dash. The Dash is a free shuttle that goes from the part of, I guess, the west side of our downtown to the Capitol and the Human Services campus. And at the moment we're making some changes around transit security and a lot of changes in the downtown routing. And so to me, this is not the right fit for the downtown circulator or timing. So I will be a no on this one. Any other comments? Roll call.
Guardado.
Yes.
Hodge Washington.
Yes.
O'Brien.
I'd like to explain my vote.
Please do.
I support the city bus routes citywide. I also don't support the Dash circulator, so for that reason, I will be a no.
Pastor.
Let me explain my vote. Actually, I counted how many routes have been proposed changes, and 7 of those routes out of 9 hit District 4. And I understand the Dash piece. I guess my comment would be, could we remove the Dash piece and get the 8 other routes through?
And to our hardworking city attorney, can we do substitutes while we were voting, or we have to?
I meant to say that earlier.
Yes, Mayor and Council, sorry. Yeah, I think that you would need to either make a substitute motion or, vote it down, and then
But
you
can you
make
do a
another
substitute
motion.
while we're voting? I don't know the answer to that.
No, you need to finish
Okay.
We
voting.
need to vote it down.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Mayor,
should this be unsuccessful, I will turn
be a substitute
for a
motion?
substitute. Mhm.
No.
Robinson.
No.
Stark.
No.
Waring.
What makes you want to vote yes? But I'm gonna vote no. I feel like it's wrong somehow. Play today, whatever.
I'm sorry, Councilman, was that a no?
No, yes, it was.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Gallego.
No.
Fails 3-6.
Councilwoman Pastor?
Go ahead.
Or Councilwoman Hodge Washington?
I would like to make a motion where we accept item number 78, with the exception of on the Dash route, for it to be evaluated when the central station is installed.
Second.
Motion is second. Any comments? The motion to our city staff looks good.
I just have a question.
Vice Mayor.
I'm not sure to who it is, but I know majority of the public comments were very supportive of the Dash circulator. Could we take it back to a subcommittee where those comments are reviewed, discussed? I don't want to throw away an entire process that our department went through.
That was not my intent, so let me clarify. Thank you. So my intent of my motion, and I can clarify this, is that the route would be reevaluated once the central station is operational, which is anticipated for fall of 2024.
Okay.
So, sorry.
No, I guess, and I'm just trying to understand why the central station is the deciding factor when it's reevaluated.
For me, it's proximity.
Okay. So is it that we would look at new routes with Central Station, or, I don't want to, Central Station will be done in 8 months, but I think this could potentially move sooner if we could come to a compromise.
That is my suggestion on it. I decided to put a time frame on it, or a point of reference on when it would turn to council. If you think there's a different one, I'm open to conversations about that. But we can, if it makes it easier, we can say on April of 2023 or something of that effect.
I'm open to that. I think one suggestion, and it depends on everyone, but could we take back the existing proposal to a subcommittee to have further conversations about
Okay,
it in
perfect.
the meantime?
I will amend my substitute motion to be that we approve item number 78 with the exception of the dash, and we will have the route go back to subcommittee for more discussion and clarification.
I second that as well.
Roll call.
Chair, you're willing to take that, right? The chairwoman of TIP is willing to throw
Councilwoman
it back
Stark,
into
that
subcommittee?
you're comfortable with this, the dash going to TIP?
Yes, I'm fine, especially given what happened with Prop 400. We need to have another dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Stark. For those who didn't follow Prop 400, the legislature feels very strongly about free service and making sure the system pays for itself as effectively. Well, a subset of the legislature feels very strongly about not offering free service and making sure the transit system covers as many costs as possible. Roll call.
Guardado.
Yes.
Hodge Washington.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Pastor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Stark.
Yes.
Waring. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Gallego.
Yes.
Passes 9-0.
Thank you. That includes the agenda portion of our council meeting. I'll turn to our city attorney to introduce the final portion, citizen comment.
During citizen comment, members of the public may address the City Council for up to 3 minutes on issues of interest or concern to them. The Arizona Open Meeting Law permits the City Council to listen to the comments but prohibits council members from discussing or acting on the matters presented. The citizen comment session is limited to 30 minutes.
Thank you. We'll begin with Tara Bartlett, followed by Diane Barker.
Good afternoon, Mayor Gallego, Vice Mayor Ansari, and council members. I'm here as a resident of District 8, and I'm here today to first give a compliment and then present an ask. First, I would like to commend Councilmember Hodge Washington for her efforts with the coordination for the Energize 8 initiative. For the past 3 weeks, Councilmember Washington has held community meetings throughout District 8, in which she and her office organized various departments within the city of Phoenix to be present for small group discussions in which residents could raise issues and collectively ideate solutions. Not only did Councilmember Hodge Washington provide District 8 residents with access to folks from city departments ranging from parks to police to transit to neighborhood services and more, but the format of these meetings evoked true community participation. Additionally, these meetings took place in various accessible spaces throughout District 8 and had the value add of including a collective of representatives from the various city departments. This allowed for a shared approach in solving some of the more multifaceted, challenging problems present in our district. I look forward to future like opportunities for dialogue, and I'm hopeful that those in attendance of those Energize 8 meetings provided some viable solutions that will be implemented. In the same vein, I would like to ask for a similar approach to solving a specific community issue in District 8. The issue is ongoing criminal activity on Mineral Road east of 7th Street that borders the South Mountain Preserve to the south and the Avance community to the north. Down Mineral Road, there are no residents, only a City of Phoenix water tower and the entrance to the historical Mystery Castle landmark. But as a resident within the Avance community near Mineral Road, my neighbors and I consistently hear shooting and fireworks being set off on Mineral Road and in the preserve overnight. There are cars that park along this road overnight, and folks often leave behind trash and graffiti. Folks from the city water department have shared with myself and neighbors their experiences of vandalism, abandoned vehicles, and homeless encampments. We also remember when the Mystery Castle was broken into and thousands of dollars of vandalism occurred. On the 4th of July, we even experienced a large fire across Mineral Road from us in the preserve due to fireworks being set off. The city had to dispatch 2 large fire trucks and a commander unit to put out the blaze. My ask is that we can address this specific issue with the various departments involved and the city residents affected. And my ask would be then for the Parks Department, Streets Department, and also the Fire Department and Police Department to have a similar meeting with us in the Avance community to discuss this issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Diane Barker is next, followed by Mark Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Again, Diane Barker, District 7. And, you know, I enjoy living in Phoenix. I woke up this morning and realized it's October 28th. Well, what day is that? We're celebrating, at least in Washington, the March on Washington, which was the Martin Luther King March, and the speech, I Had a Dream. I was there. Okay, so now you know my age. I was a teenager, and my sister worked for the Internal Revenue, and so my girlfriend and I had taken a train that summer, and she wasn't going to have us come in town because they thought maybe there'd be trouble, but she called and said, you can get on the bus and come over. She said, it's a peaceful march. And so I want to remind you to celebrate that, and the words from Martin Luther King.
Keep moving. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
Thank you. Mark Rodriguez is next, and then Jose Villela.
Hello, Mayor Kate Gallego and members of the Phoenix City Council and Yasmin Ansari. It's good to hear from you again. It's because I was thinking about that 59th Avenue and Baseline, because we're getting a lot of more stores over there in the Levine area, because I was living in Levine for like 13 years, and it's good to have you back, Mayor Gallego and members of the City Council and Yasmin Ansari, Vice Mayor. And it's also well that because all the buildings and all that stuff, because I like going to stores, I like going to restaurants, I like going everywhere. I like going everything that I could. And also, Mayor Gallego, welcome back to you. And also, I'm back because it is what it is. But, you know, it's kind of cool that talking to you guys, and Mayor Gallego, I want to see you again. And also, Yasmin Ansari, thank you for that backpack drive at Cesar Chavez Community Center. And Betty Wangado, thank you for the backpack at your backpack drive at 51st Avenue Indian School, where that baseball field stadium's at. And then also, Mayor Gallego, I wanted to see you again. And also, members of the city councils, I wanted to say hi to you, all of you. I'm sorry, I'm just autistic, because even though I'm acting like that. And also, Mayor Gallego, you rock. And Mayor Gallego, and also members of the city councils, and Vice Mayor Ansari, I also rock with you guys. It's because I know Kevin Robertson and Keisha Huss Washington is watching me, and hey, it is what it is, because Betty Wangado, Laura Pastor, you guys are cool. And then I see Laura Pastor drinking water. It's because I'm just trying to be professional. And also, Mayor Gallego, members of the city councils, and then I'm just saying, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mark Rodriguez. Our final speaker today will be Jose. Jose, are you still with us? All right, then we are adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.